from Sonic Hills. Just doing a little bit of sanding on the Cork road bed that I laid down last night. I laid down the Cork road bed. Follows the corner. This is from the meatworks. Round in front of the start and finish line. I did that last night and had to get the track laid the next day or so. One thing I've been able to do is to get the lap counter working again, and process of doing that, I've also shifted the start finish line a little bit further away from the pit lane. The track was about there, and I've shifted it over an inch to give us a more realistic looking pit lane when I get that modelled. And in doing so, that added about 100 millimeters to the length of the track, and got a more accurate length of the track. Now it's 32.7 meters long is the length of the track, and so with getting the lap counter up and running, we've got a new lap timer program, which is Race Coordinator, and we've got it running from, got it going through an Arduino. Is how we're operating the lap counter now. And what we found is the previous lap counter wasn't actually keeping times accurately. It was giving us slightly quicker times than what we were actually doing. Did some test laps with the new car that we've got. Used the same car on all 4 tracks, and as you can see, averaging speeds of just over 11 seconds, with best laps being in the 11-second range. The red lane, I just wasn't able to keep the car on track. I think I was getting tired by then. Well, that was the train running across the newly laid main line for the first time, and went really well. I haven't even attached the feeder wires to it yet, and you can also see that I've put down the Cork road bed for the inside line, and some of the road bed for the track heading off to the industry. Okay, it's been a few days since I did anything on the layout, but tonight I've laid down some more of the track for the second main. You can see I've used anything heavy to hold the track in position. And I've also been doing a mock-up of where the track is going to go for the industry, the spur lines leading to and from the meatworks. I think I've got the configuration as to how I like it now. So next thing is to lay down the rest of the roadbed and fasten the track down. And I've also been looking at configuration of the meatworks building itself. I think I've got it how I like it. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is how I actually built the layout, the foundation of it. It's actually made in sections, so that if I ever move, I can just take it apart in sections. If you look down here, this is actually one section where the two sections join. It's actually 7 sections. The main yard is one section. This corner here is another section. Where the railway crossing is another section. Got this little wee section here. That's another section. And finally we come back down there. The join for this section here goes up through the mountain here. So I've made it so that it is sectional, so if we ever do move, I can take it apart without having to destroy it. Now another aspect of the sectional part of it is this area here of industry. This whole section here can lift it out in order to part the sections should I need to. And the top layer where the top level where the slot car goes, that is also another 3 sections. The join there at this corner round at this spot here is one section, and then we have the final section down here with the 2 ends that meet the rest of it is just a couple of pull out sections. And that's as far as the train will go on that piece of track now. Once I get the feeder wires attached to it and the track actually fastened down properly, we should be able to go all the way in. Well, that was a good first test of the new section of track that's been laid. We've got 3781 waiting on the main, while 3524 backs into the meatworks. Still having problems there. That'll be fixed once I get a feeder wire attached. Well, we've got a little bit of a problem with electrical contact there, but that problem will be solved once I attach the feeder wires. You can see I've now got the track fastened down for the siding to the cattle yards, to the meatworks. I haven't yet got this piece fastened down, it's just sitting here, but I'm looking at putting an extra siding in here. I won't glue that down at the moment. I'll just cut it to fit and then set it there for a while and do a bit of operating and see how it works. Now 3781 can now move on. So what I've done here under the meatworks is I've used these cork tiles. They're 4.8 mils thick, the same thickness as the cork road bed, and they're 30 centimeters square. So I've used those for the base under the buildings, and I'll be putting another couple around here, bring everything up to the same level. Just make it easier in the long run for when we get onto scenery. So I think that'll do it for this video. Feel free to leave a comment, and I'll catch you next time.